Hi everyone, Keren here from tuppencecoloured.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today it's part 2 of my my little mini scrapbook project. Now, part 1, I made the covers and I put the binding in, and I put the envelope pages. I've added a bit of twine around the edge of the spine of the book, and this is just ordinary stuff that you get for tying up plants in the garden. And inside I've made a page, so it's got a lot of flaps and things going on to it. So if I lift that up, I've got space in there for journaling, and I've added some embellishments here. And if I then open it up again, there's another picture with some more embellishments. And I've got a little file folder in here, and if I open it up, then there's yet another photo and more room for journaling. So if you want to stay around, I'll show you how I made it. First page in my album is going to be a lift the flap hidden journaling kind of page. So I've got a piece of Tranquil tied, and I've got the full length of the A4 sheet, and I've cut it down to 7.5 inches, and I'm going to score on the short side at 1/2 inch, and I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to score on the other side at 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to score at 4.5 inches on the long side and at 9 inches. Right, that's my scoring done. Bone folder time. So edges here, down the edges here. So I'm going to cut out little mitered flaps here and here, and here and here. I'm going to do these as well. I'm not sure whether I'm going to leave these flaps on. I could cut them off, or I could leave them on. For now, I'm going to proceed as though I'm not going to cut them away, because it's always easier to take things off than it is to stick them back on again. Alright, so now I've got 3 panels, and they're going to fit together like that. Okay, so let me bring in my album, my first page, and let me see how I want it to go here. So I want that side to open up, and then you've got a hidden flap that you lift over that way, and that is where your main image is going to go. So folding back those 2 pieces, and this is what is going to get stuck to my envelope. My original thought for this was that this was just going to be a straightforward page where you opened up the flaps and you found the hidden content underneath. But I've had another idea, and I'm going to go with it, because I'm going to turn this bit into a little pocket so that I can tuck things inside. So they could be, you know, tickets or receipts, or, you know, a little bit of extra journaling can all fit in there. And I went a bit mad with the adhesive here, as you can see, it's spread onto the front of my card, but that doesn't matter because I have some of my DSP that was an offcut from when I covered the front of my album, and if I just pop that over the top like that, and nobody's going to see where it went wrong. Kinda good, eh? Okay, so I can put a card in there, a postcard or something like that. And on this side, which I think is going to be where I'm going to put most of my journaling, but I'm not sure yet because it's my album and I can do exactly what I please with it. I'm going to put this other little offcut. Now it's actually a little bit smaller than I would have liked, but do you know what? I'm not going to get upset about it. Okay, otherwise I shall chop into my rather costly Tim Holtz ruler, which is a very good ruler, but not the cheapest on the planet, I have to say. Okay, I'm just going to cut that away. Could have used my Stampin' trimmer, but I happen to have my cutting mat close by. So same thing again, I'm going to cut away the bit with the square corner. Just to finish off the look, this side of the punch is a corner rounder. So I can just bring my card into there and I get a nice rounded corner. Same thing on this side. And you don't have to do this, of course, but it does add to the finished look of it. So I can cover the front of that if I want, or I can just leave it plain, and it is just going to fit inside the pockets in my scrapbook. I'm going to be tucking little file folders away in the various pockets in the album, and this is how I'm going to be making them. This is a piece of Merry Merlot, and it is 4 inches by 8 inches, and I've got my envelope punch board here, and I'm lining up the edge of my piece of card with the little point that's inside the punch. Can you see it there? So I'm just lining that up, and I shall just warn you that the picture will bounce because I'm working on a flexible table. I just punch. Okay, and now I'm going to move my card along to, in this case, I think I'm going to go to 2 3/4 inches seems about right. Okay, so I've done that. So now I'm going to flip the card over. Just thinking, yeah, that's going to be right. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So on that edge, and then 2 3/4 of an inch, which is that mark there, and punch. My cutting mat. Okay. So I'm just going to fold that so I know which side is which, because I have been known to cut the wrong edge away before now. Okay, so this is the bit that I don't want. It's the bit with the square corner there. And I'm just going to bring in my ruler, and I'm going to make sure I'm cutting on the right side, because otherwise... And I thought I filmed myself matting and layering on this piece, and I didn't have the camera running. So I'm just going to talk you through it, and then I'm going to finish off this page. So I've mounted my picture onto a piece of mint macaron, which is 4 inches by, I think, 6 inches. And I also put a flap of mint macaron on the back, which is about, well, no, it isn't about, it is exactly 2 inches by 3 inches, and it's folded it up 1.5 inches. I stamped on a piece of Whisper White envelope paper with Night of Navy ink, and it was stamped from, and I can't find the set at the moment. I think it was Mermaid Kisses, something like that. I'll put the name of it at the top for you. And of course, that now sticks out like the elephant in the room on top of my my patterned paper. So I'm going to put a mat of Merry Merlot over the top of that, and this is 3 3/4 by, I think, 5 3/4, something like that. I'll get my ruler out in a moment and measure it for you. So it is, yeah, 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. So that now is going to give me space to put a picture onto. That's my first page finished, and I've got my embellishments in place. Now these two are actually from a retired stamp set, so we won't mention those, but this is one of our current dies, and if I open this up, the Mermaid is also from one of our current stamps. And if you hop on over to my blog, details are below, then I will list the products that I used in my scrapbook page today. Thank you for staying with me this long. Don't forget to come back and join me again for part 3 in the near future. But for now, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.